Xiaomi invested 100 billion yuan over 5 years to reach new heights. This time, the high-end Xiaomi 17 series has truly succeeded. There are significant changes in appearance, with the entire series featuring flat screens. The texture is really very beautiful. Larger and more rounded R corners with a radius of 11.5 millimeters are similar to the iPhone. A rounded rectangle full decal with a 2.86-inch full imaginative back screen hidden below. It's like the outer screen on a small foldable. The playability of this screen, its emotional value is really maximized. You can raise many cute pets and display your favorite ones on the back screen. These cute pets are not just simple animation loops, but according to the hand, the device responds realistically to its status. When listening to music, it puts on headphones. If I make a heart gesture to it, it makes a heart gesture back, as if it can see me. This emotional value is truly indescribable. Push notifications can also be displayed on the back screen. Ordering takeout, hailing a ride, and so on. Notifications can be directly viewed on the back screen, which is very convenient. The main thing is that it can be used as a monitor for taking photos, allowing you to directly see the composition when taking photos or videos. And then there's this back screen game case. The person who developed this feature must be from the 80s. They really understand our emotional value. Angry Birds, running games, Battle Chicken, Snake. There are many classic games that we 80s kids love, and I could play this all day. I have to say, Xiaomi's designers are truly geniuses. The screen of the 17 Pro Max truly feels delicate. Xiaomi calls this super pixel, with a sub-pixel count reaching 9,380,000, close to the sub-pixel count of a 2K screen. Each pixel has independent RGB sub-pixels, appearing clearer and sharper under a microscope. Moreover, the screen's color and brightness are very uniform from any angle. At the same time, this screen also supports full DC dimming and 2160Hz high-frequency dimming, as well as original film vacuum eye protection with a minimum brightness of 1 nit. Teacher Lee said that after using the iPhone 17 Pro, the internet was very glaring, but using the Xiaomi 17 Pro was very comfortable, and the 1 nit really made a difference. The surface glass across the series uses Xiaomi's molten gold with the process upgraded to 3.0. We conducted tests on the Bionic drop tester, and after dozens of continuous drops, whether it was the front or back of the screen, the 17 Pro passed the drop test. The anti-drop technology is fully maxed out. In terms of performance, it debuts the 5th generation Snapdragon 8 Ultimate Edition with a 3rd generation 3nm process and also inherits the 2+6 all-bit core architecture with an ultra-large core frequency of 4.6 GHz, and the GPU frequency also exceeds 1.2 GHz, which is quite extreme. This is this set. The actual test of Genshin Impact's frame rate curve is like it's locked at full frame, which is quite outrageous, and the power consumption is only a mere 3.6 watts, with the whole phone just being warm, quite calm. The improvement in the imaging section is also quite significant, with a 50 million Leica large aperture across the full focal length, and the telephoto is a native 5x optical zoom, using the 3rd generation Lofic high dynamic technology, with a dynamic range of 16.5 EV. How exaggerated is this number? You should know that the dynamic range of the professional medium format camera Hassel XRD is only 15 EV. In other words, whether it's a high contrast sunset, a portrait under strong backlight, or the highlights and shadows of a city night scene, all details can be easily preserved, making the image clearer and more layered. In terms of battery life, this time it uses the first Android L-shaped battery. Its cells are not traditionally wound but stacked, making full use of the 1mm internal space, just like it is tailor-made for the Xiaomi 17 Pro. With the same size, the capacity has increased significantly, with the Pro version at 6,300 mAh and the Pro Max at 7,500 mAh. It also supports 100-watt wired and 50-watt wireless charging, and supports the PPS third-party charging protocol, allowing full 100-watt charging without using Xiaomi's charger. This sets a good example for domestic phones, and hopefully other brands can learn from it. So, you will find, has Xiaomi succeeded in its 5-year investment of 100 billion to go high-end? I think it has. The irresistible personalized back screen, super pixels, backlight king, shaped battery, support for third-party charging protocols, Xiaomi 17 is no longer a follower, but a banner of domestic high-end. It tells us that domestic flagships can not only keep up, but also surpass. This time, the high-end transformation of the entire Xiaomi 17 series is not a test, but an answer.